Gotta wash back. Here we go. We're up.
Energy. Hello. We're up.
I think so.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. Welcome. We're just chatting. We forgot. Oh, yeah, we're doing a stream today. Here we are just talking rubbish and chatting away. But hello and welcome, everyone, to Fate Touched. This is our Dungeons and Dragons live play, actual play of Wrath of the River King, a fantastic Kobold Press Dungeons and Dragons game. What day is it? Where I'm up to? Strixhaven, Rime of the Frost Maiden. No, welcome. I am James. I'm a Dungeon Master with RPGathome. We run games all the time. I've got a game after this. I had a game last night. We're doing online Dungeons and Dragons and Call of Cthulhu for everyone, for kids and adults. If you want to play a game, come and check us out. RPGathome.com. And it's my great pleasure to welcome you to this brilliant campaign. One of my favorites, I gotta say. This is damn fun. And I'd like to welcome our incredible players back again for another week to cause bedlam and chaos and fight more shadowy and pick fights with insect-like guys and insult people to their faces. Hi, Taylor. Welcome.
Hi, James. And he had that coming. Come on now. We ignored him with the hag fight because we're like, no, we're not wasting resources. He showed up last week and we're like, you know what? We got the time now. Let's go.
Yeah,
Hi.
we got the time and the spell slots.
That's right. We're long rested.
Also, you say we, but
that's true.
There was one main instigator.
Our charismatic peace talker. Don't fight anything. Bow and be nice.
A code word. Yeah.
She
didn't give me the code word.
All right. Rude. I play Esmeralda, the Eladrin Fae sorcerer who is supposed to be Fae royalty, but has been real disrespected in these parts, so she's throwing it down. Excuse me.
That's right. I'm going to be a noble and have all these things. It's like, no, that's not going to work for you.
No.
Welcome, Taylor. Good to have you along. And hi, Latreni. Hello again.
Hello.
How are you this week? Hello.
Being pretty good. It's not much going on over here, particularly just getting tangled in all of my cords as per usual.
And who are you playing today, Latreni?
Forgot about that part. I'm playing every single time. Oh my gosh. So I'm just gonna sit here. It's fine. I'm playing Tisme, the Hexblood cleric, just having a good old time in the Feywild, picking fights with people she's not sure she should pick fights with.
Picking fights and picking teeth. Or
that's
teeth?
a good one.
Pulling teeth.
Pulling teeth. Yeah.
And welcome, Eric.
Hi.
Chaos coming your way this week. I can just feel it.
What? No.
Nothing.
No. I already almost didn't survive, or was sold to a powerful Fey noble.
It's still on the table, to be honest.
Or my faithful companion would have been stolen. Yes, my name is Eric. I play Bizbo, the Hammer, which stands for the Hammer of Justice. Thorn, also not his real name. A Kobold Artificer.
And
period.
Commodity ready to be traded to Fey royalty.
Apparently, I am an oddity, and everybody's interested in me. It's the most attention he's ever got. And apparently, his brilliantly made gnome costume doesn't work for some reason. So I don't know what that's about.
Nope, it's terrible. Terrible. Speaking of brilliantly made gnome costumes, hey Jared, how are you today?
Jared, I'm actually a gnome. I just sit really close to the camera to see him as the same perspective as
force perspective. Yeah.
Exactly. It's an ancient technique. I play Quinn, the at least somewhat Eladrin elf ranger fighter. It's not going to fit at the bottom like my title anymore, so I'm just gonna have to figure it out. But I mean, I just the enforcer, I guess, kind of now. Like, if someone picks a fight, I'll just throw the daggers and we'll be on our way, and it'll all work out.
Certainly a bit of that. Very cool. Well, welcome everyone. Up for another great game. Let's get into it. Oh, before I begin, I do need to thank our Darshan Fragnani. He's brilliant. He does the artwork on our portraits. There's another character that I'm going to hopefully show you guys this week, which is going to be really, really cool. So check him out, Darshan Fragnani at ArtStation. He's brilliant, really fantastic artist. But without any further ado, are we good, Jared?
Yeah, I had another screen up, but we're good now. We're good now. Say the words.
All right, let's do it. I'd like to welcome you all to our game, Wrath of the River King.
Cut off there. Hey.
Hey.
What happened
Technical difficulties.
Yeah, that was strange. I'll have to look into that. It just kind of like cut the unless it played and I'm just crazy. You do need to start adding fade out to your videos.
Okay, I will do that.
Anyway.
Hello.
We're back. Here we go.
I think we're back.
Yeah, we're live.
Trade professionals. Thanks. Welcome back, Wrath of the River King. So when last we met, our adventurers have made it, finally, to the Birch Queen's Faire. The annual fair that transfers power between the Seelie and Unseelie court, the summer court to the winter court. And after arriving at the outskirts of the fair, you met an Etten who had been given very strict instructions to not allow you guys to enter into the fair. After a little bit of persuasion, a little bit of kind of convoluted argument that seemed to befuddle the Etten, you managed to make your way into the fair, this extraordinary place surrounded by a ring of fairy mushrooms, these huge, towering 30 feet tall mushrooms that are in this glade within the birch forest. Striding forward within, you had a bit of a chat with the Fey princess Alessandra, who you've escorted back to the fair. It seems that a few days ago, Alessandra was kidnapped from her bed and taken from the fair by a nasty shadowy redcap. You rescued her and have delivered her back to the fair. She's a little nervous about returning, but you've managed to convince her to stay with you to try and locate some of maybe some loyal courtesans. Alessandra, of course, is the daughter of the River King. And so you've been kind of protecting her life despite all the dangers to get her there. Arriving at the fair, you noticed a few areas around the space. There's a large feasting hall in the center of the field. You see that there's what looks to be an almost jousting circuit or a large competitive circuit. And of course, you're aware that there is some trials to be had the next day to gain the Birch Queen's favor. There's a merchant zone with some sideshow kind of activities and different tents. But you took a beeline, however, to a series of marquees and nobles on a ridgetop overlooking the fair from this kind of granite peak that looks down on the peasantry below. Esmeralda led the group up the path to claim her place amongst the marquees of all the noble houses. You are aware, of course, that there is no representation of the summer court here. It's only all the winter court, which is the first time that Esmeralda would have seen such a thing. And arriving at the outskirts of the area of nobility, you were confronted by a steward, an announcer, an arsehole, really, a sea lang who had worked for the Hag and Werther and now seemingly is in the employ of the Shadow Court. Words were spoken, words that can no longer be taken back. Esmeralda losing her shit a bit at the disrespect that was being thrown about and has been thrown about for a number of days by the Shadow Court, and a fight ensued. The sea lang was obliterated, unable to escape the sticky strands of Bisbo's ultimate weapon. He was frozen in place while destroyed by fire, blade, and spell. And this massive overt confrontation as the group have just arrived at the fair certainly drew the attention of the crowd. Shadow Fae came from everywhere to find out what had happened, what was going on. And before you even had a chance to explain yourself, a steward of the Birch Queen, a large frog, an autumn frog, fat and bulbous, the frog Faire, demanded to know who you were, demanded to understand what your business was, given that there was no room for the summer court here, no room for those that didn't follow either the winter court or the Shadow Fae. And things were looking grim until the Birch Queen herself arrived, lithe, graceful, embodying autumn, the winds of autumn whipping around her. She strode towards you and a fantastic to and fro between the Birch Queen. She seemed almost distracted, not quite focusing on what was going on around her. And things looked poorly until Bisbo, in a massive altruistic gesture, presented a gift to the Birch Queen, a pendant necklace that he'd spent weeks constructing, which had a number of different scenes that would rotate as you looked at it. This beautiful artifact that seemed to transfix the Birch Queen. One thing that you've noticed about all of the Shadow Court, all of the Winter Court, in fact, all of the Deep Fae, is how strange they consider Bisbo. His magics and his constructions are certainly something of wonder to these ancient Fae. And he continues to be used as a little bit of a commodity, a little bit of a little bit of a what's the word I'm trying to look for?
A freak. I'm just a freak.
A freak, exactly. Thanks to the distraction or the persuasion or the gift itself, the Birch Queen announced that you would be welcome at the fair, that you would be given your right as the representations of the Court of Roses and the Oak King's Circle to attend and to stay and to compete at the Birch Queen's Fair. And so as we rejoin our adventure, the large, bulbous, fat frog, the frog Faire, otherwise known as the Autumn's frog, looks back as the Birch Queen drifts away from the crowd, back towards her extraordinarily large marquee. And you notice that the Shadow Fae are starting to, they step back a little bit to give you some space. The Birch Queen has spoken. Her rule is law here. Her word is law here within the Birch Queen's Fair. The frog looks a little disappointed, perhaps a little embarrassed, because he had tried to lay down the law and had been kind of put in his place by stirring words from Esmeralda. The frog Faire pulls out a scroll and opens it with a large ornate quill pen. Well, I guess we can assign you a marquee, a place to stay. How many guests do you have? Where's your servants? Where's your entourage?
Esmeralda will just look about a moment and just, we didn't want to upset the Birch Queen by taking too many of the entourage, so just the four of us.
Your brother.
There would be two more joining us. They are not participating in the fair, but they are direct blood relatives to myself, and I do expect that they would be treated well when they arrive.
No, it's 6. I will see what I can do. Follow me. And he just kind of waddles. It's more like a toad than a frog, I guess, but he's a large frog. Just kind of stumbles and leers, and most of the crowd pull back, and you see that that everyone has eyes for Bisbo. They're just transfixed by him, and particularly by Godwin, his familiar that's kind of whirring around on his shoulder. The crowd parts, and you're taken, a short way to a quite beautiful appointed marquee of red and blue. And with a bit of a flourish, the frog opens the flap of the marquee, and as Esmeralda enters, there are vases of flowers that immediately bloom into red roses as Esmeralda enters the room. It's a large marquee. There are beautiful silks draped that hang from the ceiling. You see that there is half a dozen beds, double beds, 4 poster beds up against walls. There's chaise lounges in the center. There's a buffet with all sorts of sweet pastries and looks to be a large keg of some kind of liquid. There are pitchers of very sweet water, and a ring of cushions, a circle of cushions around a very sumptuous rug. There's even a harp here, some bookshelves of reading material, a beautifully furnished, sumptuous room, a room fit for Faire royalty. I trust this will be appropriate.
Esmeralda will cast her eyes, and it will do. Thank you.
Welcome to the fair.
And he hobbles off, leading the 4 of you and Alessandra to your devices in this rather lovely looking space.
First thing Esmeralda's going to do is she's going to sink on a chaise lounge and finally something comfortable.
As you sit down and close your eyes for a moment, if they flutter open, you would see Bisbo over you with his dowsing rods, taking readings and muttering to himself.
Bisbo, what are you doing?
Well, I've never seen such a you came in this room and the flowers bloomed of roses. What does that? How does that work? It's like the Feywild itself reacted to your presence. There's some subconscious. I have to know. I'm going to. Can I take readings and just find out what's going on here from a yeah. So
Sure.
I'm casting identifier, detect magic. I take as I'm saying this, I pull a single hair off of you have any hair. I don't know if Faye have hair.
What? First.
Right there. Oh, sorry. I've never seen it react. I mean, your very presence changed reality around you.
Does Princess of the Court of Roses mean nothing to anybody?
Apparently not. And Quinn's just gonna start searching the room, just for anything strange, off.
Oh yeah.
That's fair.
Look for bugs. Look for bugs.
Well,
If Tisme sees him doing that, she's gonna start doing it too.
Like teeth.
Why would
hag's
insects
teeth would
be
weird?
Why would insects be an issue, Bisbo? We're in the wilds. They'll come in anyway.
No, they're magical clockwork insects that can record your voice.
We're in the Feywild.
Well, do you have a Fey version of that? I don't know, like a weird frog goat thing that comes in and records voices.
Don't exactly
Maybe.
like us. I think we're just trying to make sure there aren't any tricks in here.
Lots of hags around and
detect magic.
Sure. Using your divining rods as you move around the room, everything here has a faint whiff of magic to it. There's traces of magic. It's
it's as if everything here has been conjured. None of it is actually being constructed.
Okay.
I will get you to make a quick Arcana check.
Okay. Can I shock myself into smartness?
Yeah.
Okay. Where is that? All right, hold on. Sorry. Cantrips. Here we go. Self. The first one, right? Or the second one? The first one is concentration. The second one is the roll. Got it.
Yeah. So just do the roll because you're not really going to need to concentrate because it'll go straight away. Yeah.
Okay.
You watch as the sparks within the mind, and this is a strange weave of magic. Something that you've never seen before. You're aware of Fae ability to create or to change the form of a space. It's a spell called hallucinatory terrain.
Uh-huh.
But that's an illusion. This seems to be a more permanent suggestion, as if by will alone the Fae are shaping what's real in this space. It also looks as though that Esmeralda, it's as if the terrain itself, the tent, the contents in the tent are changing in a way to please her.
Oh,
it's like it's
own.
Responding to her. Yeah.
Are they kind of communicating in any way? Like, is there anything I can sense on any level, like any type of frequency, magical frequency? Like they're singing to each other or signaling to each other in any way?
It's an aura exchange. It doesn't look as though it's active. So Esmeralda's certainly not doing it. It's just a passive osmosis of magics between the two.
So it's almost like the Fae are of and separate at the same exact time of the Feywild itself.
Sure. Did you find any bugs, Bisbo?
But to know what this means, Quinn. I start drawing math on the wall or whatever, just weird math.
There's a mirror here. You could probably get some paint and paint on a mirror.
Oh yeah, some paint. I have to jot this down now. We're trying the ink. I mean, Tisme ink.
Oh, I do have ink. Do I?
Sure. Can't you just produce that out of your eye or something?
Your eye? Oh God.
I mean, it's not really ink. I just general ichor, sure.
Ichor? I can work with that.
You
know what I had to do equations? Hold on. You know what I had to use for equations down in the cobalt?
Poop. We know.
Cobalt layer? Yes, poop. It's shit.
What are you doing, Bisbo? Why don't you just ask for parchment?
You guys have parchment here?
There's books! Of course there's parchment!
Oh, yes, books. Okay. Well, it's kind of one of those immediate things I just had to jot down. Just about the very nature of your existence, and how you reflect onto this plane.
You should have subtracted here.
Did I go back to those?
For Quinn, you wanted to search for things that were weird. Yeah, is that a perception or investigation? How do you want to play that?
Well, I would love it to be perception, but it's actually probably like an investigation.
I think it's investigation too.
Yeah. Can Godwin assist him?
No, I think this is while you were kind of scanning and doing that magic. Let's just let this roll.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Everything's very nice. There's no obvious traps around. You can't get a sense that there's any secret spaces. One thing that you do notice as you're wandering around the room is there are a number of candles and candelabra that ignite as you go past them. So they, when you're within candlelight range, I guess they flare up into.
The first one probably gets a knife.
Into light.
Until I figure out what's going on. Yeah, that's right. The first one pops and it gets sliced, and then the second one, I'm like, I hope no one notices that, and I'll probably actually put it. If everyone's like busy with this, but I'll just kind of put the candle like back on there and like try and make it look normal, and then I'll just continue to walk around the space.
They are real, so it's not like an illusion, and the flame is real, so it kind of ignites itself as you walk past. So I mean, in this entire place is this kind of strange purpley like light that exudes everywhere, but there is still enough daylight here to not need them. But it looks as though, it gives it a nice romantic like glow within the room.
Perfect.
Could I go to the entrance and
Mhm.
like peek my head out and see if like is anyone staring at us? Are there guards right outside the door, like someone ready to kill us? Or I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like
Just
Make that
looking
make that
outside.
make that perception check for me.
Put the strangler at the door.
Yeah, that was the
Yeah.
idea. And doing it like I'm kind of like lay down on the ground and like peek from the bottom, just in case something's directly in front, just in the most obnoxious way.
Yeah, sure.
Yes, definitely.
Perception. Where is perception? There's perception.
God, it's so good. +8. There's no guards out the front. There doesn't seem to be anyone actively looking. What you do notice is that seems to be a steady stream of people walking down the hill. You know, this is the VIP area at the festival, if you know what I mean. So you can get a sense that a lot of people are kind of coming and going into this space, whether it's to get refreshment or to change or to do whatever they need to do. But as you look out the tent flaps, there's kind of a movement of crowd back and forth. No one seems to be paying any over attention to you guys there. Now that you've entered the tent, then people are kind of back to their business.
Okay.
It seems safe.
Esmeralda comes in here to like finally have her Fae noble moment in like fineries, and we just instantly fucking wreck it. Like just like we just were led into the country club, you know. And
It's
just,
been like
instantly
just
we're
5 days
bumpkins.
of just haggard fighting one after the
Yeah.
other. So it's kind of like, yeah, of course, like we're
On edge,
uneasy.
yeah.
We don't trust any of this shit,
Mhm.
right? Like,
Yeah, trust nothing.
yeah.
Esmeralda's just ready to just be back in the Feywilds, but noble Feywilds and not wild Feywild. There's a difference.
Doesn't seem like it, but okay. We'll take your word for it. Here we go. We've got a tent, new meat spray material, and I look at Bisbo. Please. We've still got to get Alessandra to the old guard so she can take the Fey Road back. Right? Or is that changed, Alessandra? Are you still... Okay.
No, I think that's still the plan. Although if the Birch Queens... If the Birch Queens arrived, the Fey roads are generally closed. Once she's here, none are normally allowed to leave, not until the fair is complete. It would be seen as being very rude. Once you've arrived. Until she leaves, you will stay. We stay at her pleasure. The Fey Road could be there, but dare we risk it?
I would not ask you to commit to faux pas with the Queen in attendance. You're welcome, of course, to stay with us if it makes you feel more comfortable.
I think I should rejoin my father's camp.
Okay. Can you at least promise to talk to the old guard and have them stationed around you?
Oh, well, of course.
Okay.
That I would feel comfortable with. And of course, we would see you daily, so we'd be able to know if something was wrong.
You give you a tooth, too.
Do that.
If Tismay's amenable to that.
No one else has a tooth right now, do they?
Nope. She'll just pull out one of the molars.
Nope.
Yeah.
I'm too busy doing maths to even care right now.
Thank you.
Do the molars come out easier, or are they
It's
stiffer?
just they're easier to like get a
grip
kind
on?
of get a hold of. So yeah, I
Sure.
just find it a little bit.
Sure.
Yeah.
Do I eat it? What do I do with this?
Oh no, you just kind
Hold on
of
to it.
keep
I
it
thought it was a
just
different
somewhere
character.
in a pocket, or you could try eating it. I haven't done that before. I don't know if that works, but
Please don't try to eat
I
it,
don't-
princess.
She pulls out a lovely kind of silk purse and pops it in with a little ribbon drawstring. Places it
she
in a pocket.
appreciates it.
Yeah, place it under the pillow. I'm assuming.
Sure. I mean, yeah,
I
it
don't
only
know.
lasts for the day,
I
but
don't know what kind of fey monster that would conjure.
that sounds nice.
The tooth fairy is real in the Feywild.
And horrifying. Yeah.
Okay.
It'll allow me to contact you in case.
Or you to us.
Be careful. I
I
don't,
don't
think,
think
that,
it does.
I don't think any of the River King's court would actively hurt you now that you're under her protection. But as I say, I think I'm safer here than you.
I don't know. Most of the time when we get into fights, we don't even know who we're fighting anyway. So, River King, Birch Queen, Shadow Court. It's all the same to us.
To what when I was eavesdropping before, they were talking what's her name? Soraminx and Shellisfield were discussing plans, and they mentioned not wanting to break some sort of something, but they were going to get up to some sort of shenanigans at the fair. So they may not outwardly attack us, but I assume we should still expect shenanigans of some sort.
Of course.
We're already not on the list to get in. We had to kill that weird butt guy. I mean, it's only gonna probably ramp up from here. Is there an idea?
Bisbo.
Go ahead. No, please.
I was just saying, when you say no shenanigans, I think Bisbo tries to look cool as Esmeralda, my God, I keep spacing out of her name.
Alessandra?
Alessandra. It's just so similar. Okay. As Alessandra leaves, he puts on his, little stingy brimmed hat, and he pulls out a cigarette, and he's like, "I'm always ready for shenanigans." I'm trying to suck it in. He's trying to look cool in front of, in front of her.
Yeah. You are.
Don't you worry, princess. You need help. We'll be there.
Bisbo, thank you once more. You are a pure novelty here. They will not stop.
We need more necklaces.
Not stop doing what?
They will possess you.
What?
You can tell. I know these people, and they will. For your loyalty, for your fealty, if you took one of the Fey Noble's tokens, you could name any price.
But what if Esmeralda owns me?
And she looks confused. Oh, well, there's an opportunity lost.
What, you want to own me?
Oh, I don't think I could afford you.
I don't want anybody to own me. I just think, if we say that, then it will stop the others from trying to come after me, right? Or
No, that'll just mean I'm competition and up for the taking.
okay. So should I make myself look like uncool or something? Should I take the hat off? That will dissuade them?
I don't think it's your look. It's what you can do. Magic is easy here. Magic comes from us. You do something entirely different.
I don't think it actually does come from you. It seems like, again, you are both of and separate of the Feywild, and the very fabric just kind of reflects off of you, of your will. So it's not actually you inherently have magic. It's just the magic of the plane is so reactive to your consciousness that it seems like it's coming from within you.
We're all gone by the time Bisbo's finished. Like the tent's empty. I'm just kidding.
Now see, this equation here clearly states...
Be safe. If you need anything, I assume you talk to me through the tooth. Is that right?
Yes.
I
can
will,
do that.
if it can, though, I will use more sensible means. And
Seems sensible to me.
Enjoy the fair. Best of luck tomorrow. I will be cheering for you.
thank you, Alessandra.
And Alessandra slips out of the tent.
You hear a scream immediately.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh my God, I've been kidnapped by goblins, hordes of goblins.
A piano drops from the sky.
A cartoon-like anvil.
Coyote just leaps out. No.
Should we like go outside?
If we could take
I
us,
feel like we're at a fair in the Feywild. Should we do fair things?
I need to buy. We need to buy things instead of things. I need things.
Like, are there games? There are fairs back home when they occasionally have a small festival or something that seems like fun.
What are games?
Did you say what are games?
Uh-huh.
Oh no.
you know when you have to solve a complicated math problem?
Sure.
And you spend a lot of time doing it, and it's hard, but you keep doing it because you really want to get to the answer, and it's fun.
You get some food for dinner. Yeah.
It's basically a game. Every game is a convoluted math problem that you have to figure out.
Okay.
Usually you do it for fun.
Within the scope of ridiculous but interesting rules.
Huh. So it's just something you could do on your own that you just do in public?
There's sometimes you wager and
Sure.
spend something to get something better.
Okay.
I would.
Okay.
I would.
Now we have to go if he doesn't know what games are.
Right. I would just be careful. Again, Bisbo would be considered a high price, and the Fae are wordsmiths when it comes to gambles.
Do we have
Gamble, then?
time to put our feet up before we go back out? I asked
time is
both
it?
the group and the DM.
Yeah, what time is it?
Yeah, look, it'll be early afternoon, so you've got the
all
rest of
day.
the afternoon and then into the evening, really, before the major activity will happen in the next morning.
Unpack,
I
maybe
need-
wash up a little bit and take a breather would help us. Some of us get our action surges back and key points and
Oh yeah, we can take an hour.
the nitty gritty
No,
like
Esmer-
that.
Esmeralda's just gonna fluff her hair with that image. She said, I would like to look a bit more better. So taking the time would be quite nice.
But you
There
already
is-
look so beautiful. How can
Thank
you
you,
look
Esmer.
more?
You'll see.
There is quite a spread of pastries, cakes, pie. There's some nice pitchers of water. Looks like a flagon of ale underneath the table. It's set up for rest and relaxation. That's really what these marquees are for. The Fey nobles will retire when the festivals are, a bit too much. So it's a perfect place to do that kind of activity if you want to lounge.
And what's the size? You said there's a harp. What's the size? Is this a lap harp, like a chromatic
No,
lap
it's
harp? Is this a pedal harp?
a large harp, like a full-sized
So it's
harp.
mechanical. It's mechanical. This is the first
Well,
mechanical Fey.
It's got strings, maybe not
But
pedals.
no pedals.
It's
Okay.
It doesn't have the
yeah.
pedals, no.
Okay, I will
This
still
is where
spend.
this is
I will
where
still spend the
James's
hour-
harp
yeah.
knowledge is not up to Eric's.
Let me tell you about a different type of harps for a second. I will spend the good
Do
30
that.
minutes just dismantling this harp and taking all the
Oh,
strings
so
and
sad.
wooden pegs.
Esmeralda will stop.
While you're
so-
changing. While you're changing.
Esmeralda, when
As a
she
heart
comes
player,
out,
it hurts my heart.
yeah, as a heart player as well. What the fuck, my dude?
I've owned harps
you
too,
played the harp?
okay?
Oh my God.
I played harp too, but this is
Stop
Bisbo,
it.
not Eric.
Stop it. Time out. Pause the game.
Yeah, I had a
We have
lever harp
Three
until I
fucking harp
broke.
players in this party.
I don't
You
know if
see
I
it.
would dabble. Do you have a lap harp or a pedal harp, classical harp, or what?
I don't have harps anymore. I was
Is it?
forced to learn harp as a child because my mother
Oh.
wanted two
Yeah.
perfect daughters, one that played piano and one that played the harp.
I don't currently have one
And-
either since I moved, but
James,
Yeah,
you play
mine
And she
broke.
has,
yeah, I had a small lap one.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
had a lap one with levers, so you could do it in different keys, but it broke and
No,
those things are like they have the most tension of any other musical instrument. They are like nuclear bombs waiting to go off.
I've
Anyways,
never
Mhm.
seen
Yeah,
a
that's
fair.
harp in real life.
Yeah,
know,
we
neither.
had.
Played
I-
we
That's
had
weird.
the full.
I've never met a harp player. It's like apparently the Venn diagram of Fey players and harp players is like a circle.
I was like an instrument nerd geek. I had like an oud. I played lute for a while. I had a saw. Anyway. I'm not trying to humble brag. I mean, I just collected a lot of.
That was cool.
No,
I have
this
an
was
ocarina
moment where I
also.
was
I have a
like, no, he
harp
called it
ocarina.
out right because the pegs, the pedals would be mechanical.
We need
And
to
then-
We need to find harps and have a harp off in a couple of weeks, Jared.
Oh,
we
God,
need to.
it's been so long. It's been so
You
long.
and we've got a lot to learn and
Anyways, while she is anti-changing, I am dismantling that thing. There's strings, there's wooden things that I need. I see Bisbo sees that he doesn't know what music is. You know, he's just like, oh, there's a bunch of thank you for providing me these construction equipment. So I will happily dismantle this.
Tismay and Quinn probably just watch like, I don't even think we can stop this. I think this is beyond us at this point.
Let's make a. I'll get you to make.
I have a woodworking. Woodworking.
Yeah, an artisan tools roll for me, please.
Okay. Artisan tools. Is that in my skill? Oh yeah. Okay.
Yep.
And this is with what ability score?
That's with intelligence. So I'll say that's appropriate because you're intelligently pulling apart a machine. And
well, I rolled a
natural one.
It's still an 11. It's still an 11.
It's rough to watch. Yes, I mean you extricate all the pieces, but this is a beautiful instrument that is.
Yeah, I am not spending the time to.
There's a few times where you really looking into it, and Bonnie just
going crazy because it's so hard. Why won't you come up? Just putting a hole through the tent as like a string pops, and just.
Oh my god! Oh, bring the
a little like a beautiful Fae bird that's flying outside just drops from the sky as Aaron's peg just hits it in the face.
Okay, you now have random harp shit.
Great.
In your inventory.
How many random entries are there?
I should make a screenshot of my inventory. It's true. I'm gonna post a screenshot. I don't know if we can post this somehow. But,
we can. We'll put it on Twitter or something. We'll find a way.
Okay.
Oh
post this
man.
in the chat.
Actually, if you post in the chat, I can probably find a way to get it up on the screen for everyone. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, it's out there. Funny.
Okay.
And so after a good 20, 30 minutes, while you're not resting, as the others are reclining and getting a rest, is that right?
Whatever gets me the short rest.
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
Esmeralda's just making herself look
sharpen
pretty,
some
and that's
knives.
testing for her.
And Tismay, you used your cleric stuff, Tismay? You get it back, right?
I did use a channel divinity, so maybe I should take a short rest,
Yeah. So channel divinity will come back. Did you want to use a channel divinity before you short rested to get a spell slot back?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Which I can get a second level back because it's rounded up.
Yep, that's it. Cool. Okay. And you guys feel refreshed. Do you eat and drink? Not loaded question at all.
Is everything like beautiful pastries and wine, or is there anything that like looks different or fey, like something that's not something that just looks like, oh, pastries, I've seen these back home when we made them? Are they?
They are beautifully artisan pastries. This would put your parents to shame. These are beautifully glazed. Every single piece of fruit is perfectly placed on a tart. The cookies are the exact amount of numbers, but randomly put together with pieces. The chocolate chips are. Everyone's got exactly the right number, but they're randomly done. These are gorgeous.
Yeah, Tismay would taste a couple things for comparison's sake. Kind of like take a bite of this and be like, oh man, that is better than what's back home.
Yeah, very much.
There's berry cakes. Esmeralda is helping herself because that is one of her favorites.
Esmeralda eats it. And yeah, it's some beer and just whatever, like actual. Maybe not the sweets as much, but maybe like meats and normal food like that.
Yep. This would be for Quinn the most comfortable you've probably been since leaving home.
Mm-hmm.
This is right up there with Raywald in terms of the level of comfort. This is nice. This is certainly better than even Lieutenant Muzz's tent. This is beautiful. Rested, refreshed, harp dismantled.
Esmeralda's getting a lecture from Esmeralda about that when she comes out.
Oh, Esmeralda, we tried to stop him. He's just so fast.
Esmeralda will just, the minute she comes out and she has wildflowers in her curls, her dress is fixed up and looks like the skirt looks like a blooming rose, and she's feeling more herself, comes out, sees the dismantled harp, just stops, turns to Bismo and go, why?
Oh my god. You're like summer itself, Esmeralda.
Yes, I know I'm beautiful, but why did you do this?
Godwin! Godwin comes over with like a little camera. Takes a picture. Using my magical tinkering. Okay, now another one. Kind of like look over your back and like turn around like we just caught you in a moment.
Wait, okay.
I say you know Esmeralda.
I told you.
Take that picture. Like, go look, and you see.
Starts like.
I have my little Polaroid. I show you like a little picture of you as you're looking over, kind of like an old timey. You know, like in the Wild West, like the aluminum, the metal print, whatever it's called. It kind of looks like that. Using my magical tinkering.
One thing you do notice when you look at this Polaroid, this picture, and as you look, it moves. It almost replicates her movement, as if yes, it's a physical photo, but there is an animation here. Something that you haven't seen before, Bismo, when you've taken a photo in this manner before.
Oh, okay. Because I can do moving him.
You can, yep. But this is
this is not without my will.
Yep, correct.
I take it back. I'm like, again, what is going on? I do more calculations.
Bismo
just make the first Feywild GIF.
Feywild at the same time.
Yes. You get it.
It's infinitely moving from the center of the Feywild out, but also infinitely.
But also going inside at the same time. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, yes, Esmeralda, we captured this forever. You are. Once they see this, everybody would fall at your feet. I mean, I saw statues in Raywild that were supposed to be, these beautiful men and women, but you just put them to shame.
Esmeralda's no longer mad about the harp.
Before we leave, is there like an itinerary or something that we need to be aware of? Is there a feast tonight we need to be back for? Is tonight like a free-for-all and tomorrow's the more scheduled day?
Esmeralda's actually going to stop and think back. Usually it's a free-for-all before, but she's going to rack her brain to make sure that's the case.
Yeah, let's do a history roll and see if that is the case.
Like, what are we talking about there? Is this I look at Quinn and I kind of like, is this like a sex thing? Is he going to have to lose his...
I've got my lantern revealing, so if it is, we're going to catch those son of a bitches.
Is it a sex thing? Do we have to get down and dirty or something? Is there a party again?
I'll be honest with you. It seems like it's always a sex thing, so be on the
I know,
ready.
that's what I thought. So it's like, do we have to be ready? Should I do stretches now? Like, what's happening?
Well, you should always be limber, just in case we're fighting or
true.
doing sex things. We just got to always be ready.
Esmeralda's going to as she's trying to remember, he's hearing this conversation and she's going to turn to Quinn and go, wait, what are you talking about? You've never kissed a person. What do you mean?
I've lost all control of Quinn's character at this point around Bismo.
Hey, we've been in the Feywild. We've seen the crazy sex party. It's not like this is out of character.
During this conversation, just red leaves start spring up on Quinn's chest, unintentionally in his armor because he can't control it. He has no fucking clue what's going on.
And how does Tisme respond? Is Tisme just silently staring at us as we say this, or what? What is Tisme?
As you're having this conversation.
Yeah.
She's not making eye contact. She's listening, but she's just kind of off in her own little world, playing with her bracelet, kind of being like, if you address her, she's like, "What, huh?" As if she didn't hear anything, but is definitely listening.
Reflexively, Quinn hits the entire tent with the lantern revealing real quick, just to make sure there's no sex thing going on in the tent.
Oh, check that corner! Check that corner!
No, nothing. No.
Okay.
Everything's you're alone. Esmeralda, you're aware of there are often, and you've never been to the Birch Queen's Faire before, but there are often rehearsal dinner kind of vibes that happen on the first night, where important Fae would get together on the eve of the fair. Whether you'd be invited to that's a whole other thing.
Esmeralda will quietly hum and, Some of the more important figures of the Feywild do normally dine together on the first night. However, this may be an instance where they tried to ice us out once again. And, well, I don't want to have that fight if it comes to it. Well, an invitation will, of course, be extended to us before the dinner, but if it doesn't happen, I really don't feel like pushing my luck. I feel that we've done a lot in the last few hours. If that makes sense.
I don't want to go to the dinner where everyone's going to be staring at me, and
That's my
I'm the hot
an invitation.
I'm the new hot student that shows up and everybody wants a piece. I don't want that.
The what?
I thought he said
That's an experience you've had, but you don't know what games are.
The new Okay, my mentor, Drake.
Oh, no.
Shit, hold on! It's been a long time.
Get that background out.
I do. Where's my key? My goddamn key. Okay, Drake Mallory. He used to tell me of, when he first got into school, he was a new kid, and everybody was like, "Oh, you're so cool and hot. I want to be your friends." He just said he gets through life because he's so hot. That's what he always said to me. So if you're hot, you get, everybody wants a piece.
Wait, you didn't have private governesses and tutors? There was an institution that you went to?
What?
Me? No. He said he went to school. Yes, I know.
Levels. There are private tutors, and then there's private institutions, and then there's like...
There are private institutions for those that have a higher study, like for those that study magic or everything else, but you usually have a private governess instead of teachers that come teach you, selected by your families.
No, not at all. I did go to Artificer College, but they didn't teach me anything. They just kept me in a room and made me work for hours and hours and stole all my work. And
man, Ring Toss sounds like a game we could go try and just
let's
give
teach
it a
you games,
whirl and
Bispo.
okay, I need to buy.
a bit.
Is there shops here? I need special inks.
Okay.
I'm sure there's probably something.
There's only one way to
Okay.
find out.
Let's go exploring.
You're
And
so
then
excited.
Esmeralda will just...
Tismira wants to explore. She's
explore.
like she's been standing by the door the whole time, just like waiting for someone to say, "Let's go out."
Esmeralda's like, I'm ready, let's go. And as they start to pass, Esmeralda will just, if we ever visit your Artificer College, I would like you to introduce me to those that decided to steal your work.
Oh, you don't
As
want
an
to go there.
offhand.
I don't want to go there again. No, I escaped from there. Basically, when I
They
first
had
got there, they tricked me. I trust you guys now. They tricked me into signing a contract. I thought I would be accepted with all the other students, but they just, I had to basically work there, and like I had to pay for my room and boards, but then they didn't pay me that much. So they said I just had to keep working there, and in the son of the dean, just would take all my stuff. And later on, I found that he was just passing it on, like it was all his work.
Well, if we ever run past, I'll go have a word. And
They're very
Esmeralda will exit the tent and motion the others to follow her. And let's go into the pagan tree and see what you want to see.
Throw a ball and knock over a bunch of glasses. You can test your strength on hit a spring and the thing goes up. There's lots of stuff we could do.
What the hell are you talking about?
From the rise overlooking the fair, as you move out from your marquee, you can see the fair spread out in front of you. It's not a carnival in terms of rides and things like that, but you can certainly hear the laughter and the excitement from below. There is a large hall, a kind of temporary wooden structure called the Hall of Revels, where you can hear the sounds of merriment and drunkenness and the party starting to enter its full swing. This is the night before the trials of the Birch Queen, and most common Fae are really enjoying themselves. You can hear that the drunken revelry continues. To the left, looking down, you see this stand of jousting, this rise, the jousting lists, this long area that there would be some level of horse combat later. There's archery ranges, and between the Hall of Revels and these ranges, you can see that there's a large back alleys of different shops, different foodstuffs, different things for sale. To the right of the Hall of Revels, there is what seem to be the common areas of ramshackle, shabby-looking tents, little domes where the common folk would probably be sleeping for the night. So there's a couple of options here. You can head straight into the back sideshow alleys of the fair. You could go to the Hall of Revels for some kind of drink, or of course there's the ranges and the jousting and archery spaces where a lot of the competition will happen tomorrow.
Esmeralda looks to the others, and this is your first times in anything, Faye. So I'll let you choose.
It's not a contest, it's back alley shenanigans, right? I mean, that's the way to go.
Sure.
And that's what I'm assuming the shops are you said the shops are in the back alley?
Yeah, they certainly are. Yep.
Yeah, that's it. Just can we just stay together? You know, like no one gets bamboozled by good-looking Fae creatures with shiny objects, Fae creatures that offer you unique things if you read their letters.
This feels very pointed.
Just saying. Some of us get distracted easily in the group.
Yes, we should stick together.
Yeah, trendy. I mean,
Tismay's already
Yes,
walking
Tismay.
over him and hears that and he's like, "Oh, what? Huh?"
I'm just talking to myself.
Yeah. She'd already been lagging behind, looking at something, and then caught up.
Oh God.
Once you emerge from the hilltop and down into the labyrinthine thing that is the Birch Queen's Fair sideshow, the I wouldn't say gloom, but it's this kind of purple haze starts to get thicker and thicker, and you realise that there is quite a lot of little fires that are kind of crackling around this space. The area, the multicoloured tents kind of draw you in. The shadows get a little bit longer. The smells get a little bit more vibrant. And as you walk into this space, you see that the Fae themselves get a little weirder, a little more less noble in their bearing. A goblin or two wandering past, a hobgoblin, a bugbear, a dryad, a satyr arm in arm, and a creature with the head of a wolf. You see a hag or two, strange creatures with masks that have been carved into hideous visages. You see that this is not safe. You get a sense that there's a sense of danger here as you're entering the sideshow of the Birch Queen's Fair, very much into the realm of the unseelie. Isbo, are you trying to don your gnome costume once more, or are you?
I mean,
are you out and proud?
No, it's a cloak. I'm definitely wearing my cloak for sure.
Can we try a disguise self?
Oh God damn it!
Did I?
I mean, I do have disguise self. Like, I do actually have magic that could do something, but I'm not going to, yeah. I'm with you guys. You want deception?
Mm-hmm.
Great. Holy balls! All right, baby. Now we're cooking with gas. All the harp dust from it's just gone over, like filled in all my cracks of my my scales and just over. So just it's almost like a mask of harp dust and debris.
Awesome.
Like a boblin. What were those little things you were killing? The black little ooze things.
Yeah. The
You look, and as you enter into this writhing labyrinthine kind of set of alleys. You can see that there are shopkeepers selling their wares. You can see that there's weapons, armor, trinkets, all sorts of little places that you could buy some things. Further back, nestled right up against these large toadstools that seem to glow in this purple haze, you see that there are some small patchwork-like tents where you can see a fortune teller or two over kind of taking people's fortune. You can see that there's more arcane like sellers. And then large food stuffs. You see that there's some roving entertainers. In fact, you see 3 goblins doing some what seems to be tumbling tricks for a crowd. And you do see sideshow games, ring toss. There's what seems to be some kind of lizard racing where large plump lizards people are putting down money for lizards. There's a strange looking large rotund satyr with ribbons up through his horns and into his hair that seems to be judging some kind of cow competition for fattest cow. You can see that there is a set of goblins and a set of what seem to be really nasty looking gnomes doing some kind of tug of war to the merriment of lots of people. There is what looks to be some kind of mini catapult firing game with lots of children that seem to be laughing. And all across this entire macabre setting, you get that whiff of ale. Most of these people are pretty damn drunk. You're getting that sense of a festival in full swing. Where would you like to go
This
first?
is the Ren Fair. This is the Renaissance Fair.
Is it really?
Straight Renaissance Fair. Okay. I go to Esmeralda and I go, I want to hand her the gems that I have left.
Yep.
And I have those valuable animal pelts. And I say, well, we could sell this. You'd be best to do this, but we can sell these for more cash.
Esmeralda will look at them and I have never sold anything to a merchant in my life.
Dear God.
No.
Where do you come from?
Nobles don't sell things. If we do, we send servants to do it, and usually discreetly. Selling things means that things are tight, and that's not a good look.
I don't understand your life at all. I turn to Quinn, I guess. Tisme, you work in a store.
I've sold things in the local market, but yeah. And I wasn't very good at it. I usually was the last of the siblings, even behind my little brothers usually chosen to do it because I wasn't much of the people person, but I know how to.
I look at Quinn.
Yeah, I mean, I can sell stuff. I mean, if you want me to woo someone with my Eladrin charms.
Can you do that?
Oh.
You can do that? I've never seen you woo anybody.
You've answered your question.
Well, shit, I'm not going to sell it.
I'll sell it if you want us. Let's find something first, and we'll use this to barter with what you've got or what you're selling.
Well, don't we have to sell things to shops that will want to carry them?
I don't know. This place probably buys
Okay,
everything.
you're
from
useless.
everyone.
Jesus Christ, I will sell it then. What is going on?
Esmeralda's going to lean over.
Selling?
Esmeralda's going to lean over to Latreni and he keeps mentioning a Jesus Christ. Who's a Jesus Christ?
Oh, sorry, you're right. Some kobold god. What would be kobold?
I think Jesus Christ is a kobold god.
My Azor's beard.
Azor's
No. Azor's claw. My Azor's claw.
Okay.
Tisme, can you do this? Can you shut off the eye and turn on the charm?
Holy
I
crap! You
can.
got a lot of
Negotiate?
stuff.
I can try.
All right, I just start pulling out just a bunch of furs, skins. Here's just like a shitload of gems. I think those are the only valuable things in my inventory, right?
So for ease of use, I've thrown all of those into the party sheet.
Okay.
Every time he said something, I was going to give it to someone else and went, hang on, this is crazy. I'm moving them everywhere. So the party sheet is in Fantasy Grounds, top right-hand corner, next to the cross swords. So if you look under inventory there, that's kind of that's everything that Eric's been talking about. all the gems and some furs.
That's the valuable stuff. I don't think anybody wants the random goblin crap or the random hag shit or
No,
the
that's
random oak shit.
best in your hands. I think we can all
Yeah.
agree.
So where are we heading? There's all
I'm-
sorts of different
Inks.
tents and marquees and bits.
Yeah,
and pieces.
I need to go to an arcane place. I need special inks, and I want to see if they have scrolls for spells.
All right, well, let's head there then. I mean, we can just walk around and see what we see.
You work your way through this into the rear of the sideshow space, and right up against these purple and pink glowing toadstools, you see there are a number of tents. A fortune teller with the cloths drawn. You see what seems to be a very ornate green looking tent, woven and embroidered in swirls of green and black that almost look like flame. And they are surrounded or rather enclosed in what seems to be a wrought iron frame. But it is underneath a tree that you see him, a 9-foot tall wolf-like human in a top hat and cravat, sits cross-legged underneath a birch tree, laid out on a small rug that's quite well woven. You see that there is a number of neatly wrapped scrolls, and there's small piles of parchment. There are small, what look to be some kind of charcoal-like rubbing sticks. There's quills of ink, seemingly some kind of alchemist's kind of gear. There's weights and ingots and little areas like that. Kind of looks up as the four of you approach, and he's massive, 9 foot tall, extended wolf maw, tongue flicking out in its mouth. His black fur, almost lit up by glowing green-like eyes.
Good afternoon, sir. We have things and we'd like to purchase wares.
What language do you speak?
Common. Does he respond?
Yeah. Welcome.
My
I'm
name is
Rawleaf. I'm Rawleaf.
Rawleaf?
Rawleaf. RHORLIEF. Rawleaf. Rahorleaf. Yeah.
It's your name, partner.
Right.
Thank you, Cobble Press. Rahorleaf.
Rahuliev.
Are we? Is this the place where I'm going to buy things, or are we starting to sell things?
We're gonna buy some things. This guy's
Both?
got inks.
He's got the inks and these scrolls.
You see that there's some charms, fetishes here made of feathers. You can also see that there are, from his clothes, you see that there are a number of skulls of different woodland creatures that are kind of hanging from his clothing. There's a gnarled staff sitting on his lap.
Excuse me, that's your aesthetic.
Yes, but as we approach, because something I meant to do before we were going to start buying stuff in case I have to go and talk to someone.
Yeah.
Could I, as we approach, like hide behind Esmeralda and all like the fancy flowers and stuff, and cast enhance ability?
Yep.
Actually, I will upcast it so I can cast it on 2 people. Who else is going to have to talk?
Bisbo.
Probably Bisbo. Yeah. So, Bisbo, I will grab your hand before I come up, and you'll see the shadows kind of coalesce around me, and you see this like shadow of like a fox like creature kind of like goes down over my shoulder and comes across over to your hand, like comes around your neck and then dissipates into shadows. And I will cast enhance ability, the fox's cunning. Oh nope, that's the wrong one. Eagle Splendor. I did it back. It's written weirdly on my list, so fox is next to the charisma one, but it's the wrong one.
All right,
Eagle swoops down.
Press the button, please.
Press the button for
Eagle.
whichever one it is.
Nope, not that one. Still not that one. This one.
The eagles are kobolds.
And I'm casting it at 3rd level, so I can cast it on myself and Bisbo.
Got it. Yep, you've cast it on both people. That's done.
Okay. Can I do one more thing really quick?
Was that?
That was hilarious. Oh my god, I can't believe it. Eagle cod.
It's cool. Thank you so much.
Noticing how weird everyone looks here, and that everyone's like very like fey and unseelie, can I cast a Sky Self on myself?
Yep.
Not to look different, but just to enhance the hagginess features. So like the horns curl back. The eye gets more milky, and her clothing will be like, thinking of her visions of Sarastra and like the kind of sparkly kind of knight hood and stuff like that. Her clothing will kind of have like a cloak that kind of emanates that Sarastra-y knight magic stars and stuff look. Just look more creepy.
Very nice. Yep.
Like creepy up top, but like elegant on the bottom.
Yeah, that's done.
Yeah. Okay, that's all. Just wanted to.
Awesome.
Gets out the way now.
This creature's impressed.
Yeah. Sell your own damn gems.
The sister of Sarastra.
Yes.
Welcome. We've not met.
No. What was your name again? Sorry.
Raleigh.
Raleigh.
Call him Raleigh.
It's
Raleigh. Pleased to meet you. Tisme is my name.
You're not from here.
No, Sarastra's reaches many realms. I'm from one of those far ones.
Hmm.
You have some interesting items.
Oh, just a few knickknacks, little bits and pieces. Couple of bits of magic. Oh, I'm sure you would like. Trinket here and a trinket there, a little bit of charming if you need it. But you don't need that. I can see by your medallion, you talk direct to her. I don't happen to have that gift myself. I need these little things to get my magic working. For you, it'd just be a little chat, right?
I communicate with her through various means, not generally verbally, but I do have a direct connection with her. We are closely tied.
Half your luck. What can I do for you, Missy?
My friends here are in the mood. Are you disguised, Eric? Bisbo?
He's done an outstanding deception roll. So you can't outwardly tell that he's covered in mechanical shit. Like he looks, I don't know whether I can't help but feel like
a weird.
I don't know if you guys have seen the latest Muppet movie
creature.
where the evil Muppet with a little black dot on his cheek, that he's kind of, Sorry,
Got it.
Keep going.
Well, we're in the market for some ink.
Well, inks I have plenty.
And-
Black, blood, different type of concoctions.
blood.
I would say blood, but I don't feel like that's the one you're interested in.
No,
What-
it's not what. No.
Black ink.
Black ink.
Yeah.
It's me
of
saying all this, like
course.
glancing over, trying to
Yeah.
think of like what's the
I'm
right
very
answer.
intimidated. You glance back, and Bisbo looks so intimidated by this giant wolf, like magical person.
He takes a little bit of a sniff. You see the eyes flare green slightly. Kind of looks around. Detect magic, seeing what you guys have.
Counterspell.
Inks I've got plenty. Parchment also, plenty of those. I get a sense you're after something a little bit more substantial.
Do you have spell scrolls.
Oh, yeah. I've got lots of them. What you thinking of, kid?
Can I look through?
Oh, I'm sure I've got what you need.
Okay.
It's whether you want to pay the price, of course.
Yeah, of course. I'm looking for rituals.
Oh, yes.
Anything to do with the
Old
water?
magics.
Yes, the old magics. Anything to do with water? I'm looking for.
You want to walk on it? You want to breathe it? You want to form it into a wall? What are you thinking?
Breathing was the best, but walking's okay too. Also, anything that can trigger some type of signal if somebody breaches the perimeter.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I can help you, son. What are you willing to trade?
Gold?
Gold's common enough. Not
We got
much
these
interested
gems.
in gold.
We got these gems that we took off of a not a fake creature.
Shellyback.
Shellyback.
Material
A
plane.
Shellyback? It was a Shellyback.
I think we can come up with something a little more creative.
Sex things.
Is it a sex? Is it the sex thing?
Quinn's
Quinn
not
just-
actually
Quinn
revealing
just-
again.
Got his back to this whole thing, and he's just kind of scanning the crowd, making sure that no one else kind of sneaks up on us. But he does look over. He's like, "Sex things, baseball, sex things. Be careful."
Sexy. Well, no. I'm flattered, but I'm not quite sure that will work. I'm more interested in more fleeting things. Stuff you probably won't miss.
Such as.
Not valuable to you, but certainly valuable to me.
Like silver?
Like memory. I'm a memory trader. You offer me a good one, I can give you plenty.
Fuck, that's good.
How
That's
do you
good.
how do you define good?
Well, that's for the seller to decide. What's valuable to you, son? What do you like? What do you cherish? What do you value?
I don't want to give those up.
Of course you don't. Otherwise we'd have no value, right? How much do you want my wares? He pulls out and unscrolls a scroll of alarm and a scroll of water breathing. Tell you what, you look like a nice lad. I'll throw the inks in for nothing.
Can I just give you gold?
Gold's got no value for me, son. I've named my price. Come on. What's something worthwhile? The water breathing alone should be something substantial.
Idiot. I don't, can I give you bad memories? Because I have a lot of those.
Sure. If there's something that you've drawn on, something you don't want to miss, tell me all about it. You tell old Rawleaf. Tell us about these bad memories.
Esmeralda, is there another seller for king wares?
Literally
we
anywhere.
can go to?
Esmeralda is just giving you a look and just. There might be other sellers, Bisbo, but they're all going to ask for non-conventional things.
What?
Welcome to the Feywild.
Doesn't make any sense. How can you have
Welcome to the fate. You could have
an economy here? It's just all off.
Interesting.
Esmeralda will step forward and ask, and basically will ask, what are you looking for in these memories? Are you looking for things that have taught us life lessons, things that have impacted us?
Sure. All of the above. The big thing is what do you value, Princess? You give us a memory you value. I'll pay the price.
Esmeralda will look back at Bisbo and say, Bisbo, do you want these scrolls?
I mean, yes, but just when I thought that was give you currency for it.
Oh, it's currency, all right. Memory's currency here.
It's sanity.
What do you use them for?
Well, that's my business. There's others that will buy them. There's others that can use them. But you don't use them now anyway. Isn't there something you prefer to forget?
But you said it's not just bad memories, it's memories that we draw from.
Sure.
So asking to lose a piece of yourself that makes you who you are and whose wisdom you can use.
Well, it's a value. Hey, I'm just a buyer. I'm willing to trade.
Yeah.
Are you willing to sell?
Esmeralda will look to Bisbo and ask, do you want these?
I do want these, but not for that cost. I don't know what he's going to take.
Esmeralda
I feel like we can just rob him later. Let's just come back at night.
Oh.
Esmeralda will smack Bisbo over the head as a no, and then we'll turn to the memory merchant and ask, "You'll take whatever we have the discretion to give you the memory."
Of course, as long as it's value. Only you can determine if a memory's got value.
Then I will.
Oh no.
Then I will give you the memory of the first time I fell in love.
How would you do that? Don't do that.
And the lips immediately, he starts to lick. You can see a little spot of that kind of wolf drool forming in the corner of his mouth. Oh, love. Really? Now that is a memory. Oh, you have a deal, Princess. You have a bloody right deal.
Right.
Don't do this. Don't do this.
Esmeralda will
take that.
Esmeralda will look to Bisbo and, it's fine. I trust you.
It's not about me you trust. It's about this shady ass guy who's just on the ground.
Well, come here, Princess. Let me see.
Esmeralda.
Gestures, because he's good 9 feet tall. Like even sitting down, you would be kind of eye to eye as you approach him.
Esmeralda will approach.
He reaches out with a large wolf claw and runs it down the side of Esmeralda's face. Now, tell me all about Esmeralda when she first fell in love.
Oh God, she was 22. Hold on, let me pull up my notes here because I wrote them all down, all of them, and there's multiple. She's an idiot.
Taylor's 11-page backstory.
Oh no, this is on top of what I sent you because I'm like, I need to write these all out. So,
Oh, I thought you were going to forget Quinn. Okay, I don't care then.
No.
I'm just kidding. That was a joke.
His name was Tristan Malay. He was a winter Eladrin that was one of the most charming boys I've ever met in my life. We spent an entire summer together. And he had my first everything, first kiss, our first dance. And he was my first heartbreak. And he married another by the time of the fall came. So it's bittersweet. Because this was a happy time until it wasn't. That was Justine, yes.
And as you speak and as you retell it, you feel it fade. As you talk of the detail and recall it in order to communicate it, it's like you're trying to grab falling sand. It's trickling through your memory and fades entirely until you no longer remember his name. You no longer remember his face. You no longer remember the pain. It is as if it never happened, completely gone. Oh, yes. Beautiful. Love, hope, agony, pain. I'm going to get a lot for this one. Fair trade, princess. Hands over the two scrolls.
Can you throw on then Phantom Steed or Comprehend Languages? Or Tender's Floating Disc? Tender's Floating Disc?
He also throws in 4 1 ounce bottles of ink.
So that's...
As agreed. All in the party sheet, all in the party inventory. You can grab what you need.
I need, well, how much? I actually need it's 50 gold. So is that enough to copy 3 spells into my... It's 50
you
gold
need 50
per
gold
level.
there. All right.
Per level. So that would be... Divination's a
Inks and
4th
papers.
level.
Okay.
I have the book. I don't need paper. I just need the ink cost. So I would need...
Well, you need the 50 gold pieces worth. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Of ink. Yeah.
Sorry, I wasn't aware that you're actually after that. All right.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
That's a substantial amount of gold that you're now talking about that he's thrown in for free. A first love of a Fey princess. Sure. Fuck it. It's worth it.
Okay. So those 2 and divination, or am I still out for divination?
No.
I already have divination.
Sorry? No, that's enough to copy the 2 scrolls in which you've just bought. Yeah.
Okay.
By all means, if you want to give up a memory yourself, I'm happy to do it. But whether it's for inks, it's up to you. You have, so that's what, 150 gold worth of inks that you've just been given, yeah?
Yeah, and then the 2 spells.
Yeah.
He feels really mixed about this.
Esmeralda will step away.
For the party, but
we'll look to Bisbo and anything else?
I mean, I want more, but I don't want to go through this again. That was horrible.
What was horrible?
You're giving up that memory.
What memory?
Oh, God. You gave up the memory of your first love.
Bisbo, I've been in love a lot of times. It's a dime a dozen at this point.
Your first love is now very different. So the first love you just spoke of is no longer your first love. Your second love is now your first love.
Oh,
which you would remember clear.
We've got an endless... Bisbo, we have an endless supply of memories. Get in line.
Oh, shit.
Oh, no.
I just realized. Oh,
Okay.
my God, that's the 40-year relationship. Okay. Let's go.
I need another. I need 200 gold worth of ink, and then comprehend languages is helpful. Tender's Floating Disc. These are all for the party, by the way. This is all party-based things.
Of course, I've got more and more. I really do think, though, that at some point, I'd like to see inside your head, little one.
I can't just give you any good. I have very few. And one
Well,
of them
in which
is
case, they're
eating-
even more valuable, right? I'll take what you got.
I can't give you them.
Come and tell Rawleaf what
I
you
don't
want
want-
to forget.
I mean, I look at the party. I'm trying to weigh, because like Bisbo, realistically has very few good, all of his good memories are like making Godwin for the first time, meeting Drake, and then meeting you guys, and that's like fucking it,
It doesn't have to be good,
everything
it
else
has
has
to be
just been a
powerful.
struggle for survival.
It has to be powerful, like the time you got spat on because you were, shoveling poop, but you used that to become an artificer or
Yeah, there's motivation. I mean, he thinks of, like, he doesn't want to forget the Artificer College because that's still relevant to his survival now, and things that he, his character. He doesn't want to forget the stuff he researched coming here because that's important for his mission to rescue Drake. The only thing I have to offer is what about a sex piles? Is that on the table?
Yes.
It was horrible. They made me do several of those.
Come on, this guy has no clue what a sex pile is. This is gold.
I mean,
I have the exact client that might be interested in that.
What? Where are we? It's a mess of little limbs and
Don't spoil the memory.
Okay. It's in the sewers too, man. There's a lot of sulfur in the air. Okay, things get hot really fast.
Leave a little for the imagination here.
Like you can literally get burned. Like random bits of fire happen. Scale on scale with a bit, sulfur. It's just a explosion waiting to happen, man.
I would pay this guy to take this memory from Quinn.
You see this scar right here? That was from. Yes.
Well, you've cleaned me out of ink, but what you say?
Well, I need the ink.
Understanding languages and a disc.
He rifles through quite hurriedly. Yep. For your memory of the sex pile, you can comprehend languages and tenses.
Doesn't want to hear you say the word sex pile for the rest of this show.
It's a fucking fair trade. This is it. It's all over.
But now I'm going to. Oh, then I turned to Quinn. I'm like, now me and you can both be virgins together.
That's not what. Okay. Oh.
We can be. Yes. It can be like a thing we have to bond over. Okay.
Okay. I won't ask you to actually go through the details.
No.
So it was. Make us go in line.
Let's not. Let's
There's a
fucking
future
Make us go in line.
There's a future audience out there that needs this content.
It's about 4 different 2-hour sessions.
And I'm gonna just as
Wait,
as,
so no.
It's Squid Games, basically, is what you're describing. It's literally.
Oh, it's much more. It's much worse,
gosh, what
both
a
psychologically and it's much more deadly. I mean, like there's a good 60%. So it's we live in a caste system. So I was in the bottom caste, but I was also the smartest kobold they've ever seen. So everybody wanted to get a piece of me, into the sex pile. Because usually I say a pile, but it's really like a bunch of individual satellite piles that kind of converge and go out because you're just trying to
and
get as
as
many eggs
Bisbo
possible.
continues to talk of the detail of the sex pile and Rawleaf,
Fade out.
yeah, we're gonna
Rolly
fade
bursts
out
into
from
flames.
there. Into
He
the...
literally can't let go of Bisbo. Bisbo is holding.
So
on to
no
him right
ink?
now.
He has no more ink?
And guys, I think that's a very appropriate time for us to have a break and cold showers, and we'll be back. We'll be back in 10 minutes.
showers. I need a warm one because that was gross.
We've got one more 2-hour session.
Hey, it's not every culture is the same, okay? Everybody has their own way of procreation.
I'm just gonna take us out.
And we're gonna park and leave it at that. So guys, we're gonna have a little break.
All right.
We'll be back in 10. See you soon.
was
That
that?
timing
Yeah,
was
what?
really good.
James and I practice this all the time.
Wow.
On the
What?
weekends.
Oh, it's Sirenscape because as Bisbo's taking things, it's
Oh.
it's appearing in chat and it's giving us the sound of the spells as he's casting
Huh.
them. It's kind of interesting. It's such
I
a
love
weird.
it.
So I think that
adore
was water
that.
breathing at the end. That is so nice.
Okay.
Welcome back, everyone, for random sounds appearing on Twitch. Welcome back to Fey Touched. Welcome back to Rother the River King. We've just completed an interesting transaction with Rawleaf, the memory trader, as the group have traded their memories for some spell scrolls for Bisbo, who's a ritual caster, is looking at improving his repertoire of spells. We are still within the Birch Queen's Faire as we rejoin our group. The shadowy, smoky back laneways of the Faire, the sideshows of the Faire seem to be tempting our group into stranger and stranger, more macabre places. As you turn your back on Rawleaf, it's almost immediately you back up to what seems to be a strange looking gnome, goblin. Sorry, I should say, strange looking goblin. It's got a large bulbous nose and one misshapen droopy like ear. And it's as if he's been standing there the entire time. And around his neck, he has kind of like a cigar box, like one of these kind of traders. You can see that it's been hastily placed together, like small pieces of wood that's been hammered together, and what seems to be some kind of leather strap around his neck. And you see all manner of writhing insect-like morsels on what seems to be kind of very hasty placed together toast. Anyone want a trifle? 4 copper for a trifle.
Oh, what kind of insects are there?
Centipedes, some cockroaches.
Oh my God!
A very large, bulbous-looking, white, creamy maggot-like.
I buy a round for my whole party.
Oh no, you can have that.
Around for the
a discerning gentleman. Yeah.
You guys have delicacies of my homeland.
Are they still alive?
Sounds interesting.
Yeah, they're still alive. They're still moving.
Yeah,
of course.
That's how it gets on your throat so easily.
Easily down the...
Yeah, I'll spend how much? So it's
4 copper each. Yeah.
Okay.
So that'll be 16 copper if you're buying around for everyone.
Silver for all 4. How about that, good sir?
Oh, come on. It takes me forever to go these ones.
Okay.
Well, most of them you dig out, and he pulls up one of his ears, and you see just below the skin there's writhing, moving movement within the wax of his ear.
Okay.
Takes some time to cultivate, but once they get going, they're deliciously morsel. Enjoy, sir. Enjoy.
Wait a minute, what just happened?
You just spent 1 silver and 2 copper on something, apparently.
Oh, it broke down all my pieces weirdly. It like redistributed everything. Gave me like platinum pieces and then... Okay, whatever. I'm sure it's fine.
It gave you change, did it? Right.
Up some because I had like 100 gold. Now I have 4 platinum and then I have 98 copper all of a sudden. So, okay.
Yeah, right. Giving you electrum, it just broke down your stuff. Okay, fair enough. Sure.
Does she just got disappears or just stand there? Oh.
Well, do you want some, sir? Oh, no. Enjoy the fair. And he just kind of toddles off. Latreni, can I get you to make a perception check, please?
Am I holding critter?
I gave you 1 each.
Oh, better.
Critter avocado toast? Is that what I'm holding right now?
Bismo looks so excited that he's handing this to you guys. Like, this is going to be so good. Oh my God, I can't believe they have this here.
His mate's totally going to taste it.
Insects
It's gross,
and
but
I
she's
do
curious.
not go well, so you can have mine.
Really? You want to try it?
You either eat this or you take it as meat spray tomorrow.
See, you make a little sandwich. You take a centipede and a beetle, and you kind of wrap them.
Insects and I do not meld well together. I cannot consume insects.
More
Is
for
it
me
soft
and
bread or is it
more
toasted
for me
bread?
and Quinn then.
It's a different form of protein.
Is it?
Tismay's already eaten part of hers.
You have? Yep. It's actually remarkably delicious.
Crunchy, salty, right?
Is it soft bread or is it toast?
It's kind of a what do you call it? Unleavened bread. You know, just as if it's been flour
Matzah.
that's just been
It's matzah.
fried on a stone.
Fey matzah.
Yes,
Yeah.
this is my traditional of Jewish kobolds. It's just incense on Fey matzah. It's okay. It's okay. I'm Jewish. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
All right. Quinn takes a bite.
And I will have all three of you make Constitution saving throws, please.
Can I have advantage because this is what I ate? And, okay.
Nope.
Shit.
Saves Constitution.
Why we don't eat strange food?
Oh, not a good roll.
Ha.
My God.
Oh,
Ha.
it was a bad batch. It just not ideal.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yep, cool. You bottoms up and down the morsels. Where to next, folks?
So,
Esmeralda
go on.
looked to the others and you wanted to play some games, yes?
Yes, I know. Bismo also wanted to sell some of these like things that we've acquired.
Yes. Maybe we could go to the blacksmith and get some updated armors, or to any other magical place we can go to.
We will have to look around.
This is the more arcane space. If you wanted magical equipment and armor and bits and pieces, that's kind of back in towards the fair, in a more frequented area. Yeah, there's lots of traders in there.
Is there any place for like magical items here, or is it just it's all okay? You guys want to check that out, or games, or
Sure.
what?
Yeah. I mean, if you want to play games, you maybe play a game while we're here.
I don't know what game it is, so you show me what it is, because at this point you said
have to
doing
play at
math
least one
equations.
Is there like a ring toss or like a?
There was that catapult game, right? That was a game.
Yep, there was.
Sure. Let's do the catapult game.
Let's go check that out.
You traverse your way through the laneways as well, and back towards kind of one of the more frequented sideshow alleys, way out of the shadow of this space. And as you arrive with the crowd, you notice that there's lots of things happening at the moment. You see that there's what seems to be some grey-skinned gnomes with almost pale-like eyes. One of those, yeah, get your stuff, folks. That's right. Get yourself fantastic magical wares. Daggers that will pierce even the toughest hide. Swords that will cut even the finest of papers. Rings that give you protection. Crowns that give you glory. Cloaks that will hide you from sight. You name it, we got it at Mudflick's Magical Goods. Come on down. Everyone is guaranteed lasting magic. No disappointed customers. We stand by our wares. The Mudflick brothers will not disappoint. And you see that there's 4 of these guys that are kind of, walking up, spruiking their wares. Excuse me, miss, would you like a wand? They're kind of grabbing people as they move up and down. You also notice that there is what seems to be a rather portly looking bugbear. Catch the greased pig. Catching the greased pig. Starting in 12 minutes. Sign up to catch the greased pig.
That sounds fun. Can you hit it with web?
Win this small child. And you see that there's a cage in which there is a small child inside the cage. Freshly found, wandering in the wilderness, can be yours. Just catch the greased pig. Catch the greased pig. 1 silver a ticket. And you see there's, a couple more Fae. Oh, I'll catch the greased pig, please, sir. Sign up here, register for the pig catching.
Is this kid human?
Oh, yeah, looks human. Yep. And in fact, Tismail, I'll get you to make an insight roll.
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
With
God.
disadvantage, please.
Definitely from your village.
Oh, God.
Disadvantage. Insight.
You also like plus.
By the way,
insight,
they said
don't you?
pig. There's no way this is just
Both
a
bad
normal pig.
rolls.
This is like a monster, you know.
A 12. That kid looks familiar.
Oh shit.
That kid looks from Riverbend. But as the three of you start to get involved more and more into the activity around, and the smells and sounds and sights and cacophony starts to build into your senses, your vision starts to blur. You get that strange Salvador Dali-esque melting LSD vibe as the creatures' faces start to morph into another. You see that the pig looks up at the bugbear and says, "No, not going to catch me this week, boss." And you kind of, it starts to move back. You see the child start to change into form, suddenly looking more like the hedgehog steward from the Oak King's court. As you look, you see the bugbear changes, morphs into Lieutenant Muzz for Quinn. You're going to be one of them. You'll turn your back on the Fae. You know, you see that these gnomes start to move ever more towards Tismay, looking more and more like bog goblins from Amwerta's lair.
Oh shit.
Would you like a wand?
No.
One's for you, my love.
Get the fuck away from her! You son of a bitch!
Esmeralda,
Wow.
who was not imbibed, is just going to stop and go, I am very sorry. My friends are very, very drunk. I'm taking them home.
What's he doing? What did you draw when you put your finger up?
My magical gun.
You draw your magical gun.
That's right. You said the bog goblins that we knew
it checks,
came
it
at
checks, it checks out.
Esmeralda.
Yeah.
Checks out. Yeah.
What the fuck? He's drawing a gun.
Motherfucker!
Do they even know what guns are?
You son of a bitch!
Let go. Muddy. Come at him. And you see one of these gnomes. He has what looks to be a blade. And with a touch, and with the rim rim, the chainsaw starts to rotate within his hand.
Oh shit!
You see these gnomes
Scares me
looking
more.
up. Get him! And I'll get everyone to roll initiative while I get
Oh
a
my
map
gosh.
going.
Oh,
A
Please.
God damn it.
chainsaw! A Fae chainsaw!
There's chainsaws.
You never
What
loved me.
the
You never
actual
loved me,
tap dancing
Lieutenant.
fuck?
You never
Yeah,
listened to me.
Esmeralda, you turn around and all of us have just like our pupils are just dilated completely. Like we're just
Oh,
all
I didn't
just
even use my stupid blessing.
tripping balls so completely.
I can see into the other 12 realms.
I just picture I can see our portraits like with our eyes just completely, just black discs.
Effectively, the three of you are poisoned for this.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
Nope.
Is poison just ability checks or is it also attack rolls?
It's attack rolls.
I think
as
it's
well.
also attack
disadvantage.
We're not saving those, right?
No. All right. Hang on. I'll have to check 1 second. Sorry. Just getting maps and
All good.
fun and craziness ready. Holy hell. Okay.
Did you have 4 gnomes at
I don't know, you said these guys were coming at Esmeralda.
It is true.
absolutely the right thing to do? Had I not been trying to convince this bugbear to rejoin our cause?
I was already on edge.
Sorry, my bad. I need to actually poison you before you roll initiative, don't I? Because otherwise that's not going to work.
Oh, okay.
So give me a
He
second.
saw,
I'll
he
get
saw
you
our
re-roll.
rolls.
No, I haven't actually. I just
they're
dawned on me.
actually
So
all very
Bisbo
good.
is poisoned. Hang on a minute. Give me a sec. Oh, God. Thank you, Sirenscape.
Why did it even do the throttle?
Right
Oh, because
in my
poison.
left ear.
And one for
Oh.
Tismay. And each, sorry, it's for everybody.
Not me, I did not eat it.
Well, we got much worse initiative on the second round.
Did everyone roll?
So now can I get Quinn and Bisbo and Tismay to roll, please?
I rolled again. Should I roll another time? I rolled twice.
Did it have disadvantage when you rolled?
I rolled twice, so I got, I got a 20.
Yeah,
then I got a 6. I can roll again if you want.
No. That's 6 is fine.
Okay. Is it? It's fine. Okay.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Are you sure? I can roll again if you want. I can roll again.
Yeah, it's cool with me.
All right.
All right. Sorry guys. Let me grab this.
I definitely wanted to go to this gnome place too, the buy shit.
We're going here.
Well, we'll kill them all. We'll just take everything.
That's true.
Let me share the map.
Let's see here. Let us see.
And then let me press play on the cool Let's Fight soundtrack with gnomes.
So loaded purple.
How did it have a buzzsaw sound?
Runescape's awesome. That's how.
I don't even understand.
How do these things know what a gun was?
They're obviously they have tech. They have tech.
Oh boy.
All right, let's roll. So, can everyone see the map? We all good?
Yep.
Yeah, we're doing it.
Awesome. All right, so the Mudflick brother immediately looks across at Bisbo, draws out a crossbow, and is going to take a shot. First crossbow comes flying out at Bisbo and hits with a 19.
Shields!
Shield! Tick your shield for me for
Yep.
other rolls.
Where is it? Okay, there we go.
Immediately, the crossbow bolt flicks out over the shield.
I have my mechanical turtle comes out and just bink off right off its shell.
And he looks back at his brother and says, Sheldon, this one's wizard. Take his eyes. And the second Mudflick brother starts to cast and is going to cast blindness on you, Bisbo. Can I get you to make a Constitution saving throw, please?
No, he won't. Count spell.
Unfortunately, you can't counter. Oh, you can't shield either until your turn. Sorry, my bad.
Reaction.
You can't use a reaction until you've
okay.
had a turn. So sorry about that. Take your shield back. I'll roll some damage. My bad.
Okay.
So damage for the first crossbow bolt, which is 8 points of damage. You maintain your concentration on disguise self.
No. I think it's web is still on there.
It is. Let me get rid of that. Awesome. So the shield is off. So because you're not shielded, the other one will take another crossbow shot. He won't use that blindness spell because he doesn't need to. So firing the crossbow and gets a natural 1 as it goes into the crowd and just takes some vendor in the back.
Holy shit!
Esmeralda.
That's awesome.
Esmeralda's going to move. 5.
All right, let me take child lock off.
Thank you. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. She's going to, as a show of strength, cast Mantle of Roses so that it flares out, and she will call out to them, "Cease this at once! They are under my protection of the Court of Roses. You will cease this at once."
Cool.
Gonna try to make a persuasion check.
Intimidation, actually.
Oh, it's intimidation.
Yep.
Even better. Let's go. Come on.
An 11. Cool. Activate your Mantle of Roses if that's something you have to activate.
Oh boy. Sorry guys, I tried to...
What seems to be the leader glances towards the guy with the chainsaw arm. Summerfay. Cut her head.
Oh.
And the sawman leaps across and is going to take 2 attacks with his chainsaw arm at Esmeralda. First attack. Actually, no. Actually, yes. He's going to take 2 attacks with the chainsaw. The first attack is a 13.
I should be at a 16.
Why for you should be at...
for the Spellbound Robes, because we cast Mage Armor was cast a while ago.
Yeah. We need to press a button for that, I'm assuming. Let's do that. Hang on a minute.
This background sound is wild.
Crazy.
Like a good old country bar fight, Western bar
Yeah,
fight.
yeah.
With
With
a
insane
chainsaw.
gnomes and chainsaws.
Oh man.
There you go. All right, so a 16 will miss. He takes the second swipe with his chainsaw. Here it comes. And a 16 will hit.
All right.
Bearing down, doing 7 points of slashing damage, and your mantle of roses, concentration fades. Quinn.
Quinn's talking to the bugbear like he knows him, I suppose, and here's some clatter behind him. Jeez, I don't. Sure, I'll bonus action. Activate Heart Strike.
Yep.
And then he's gonna like fumble for his dagger, which I don't know. He probably thinks he just grabs something on his arm and throws it. It's gonna be like the blunt side hits, maybe not the sharp side. He's just kind of flinging
Sure.
it. And I'll attack. Yeah, the chainsaw guy that's attacking Esmeralda. Hey, let go of her. And so I'll just attack once.
Oh, Jesus.
Wow.
So then
Natural 20.
We'll dump some things into that. We'll dump a favorite foe into that.
Sure.
And
Does not look like I've got your thrown weapon style activated. Could you click that one for me as well?
I sure can. And throw weapon. And yeah. Damage.
Grand total of...
Is this solid
What's
on
going on
that?
Yeah, you've stalled.
They're just sitting there.
There we go. 14 points of
Yeah.
damage as the dagger slices heavily into this guy. Second attack.
Yeah.
How long does Heart Strike go for? It doesn't matter. It's an automatic
It's
miss.
to the end of
Yeah.
all of my attacks.
Oh, your attacks. Sure.
Range attacks. So start of your next turn, ignore penalties for half cover, etc. I'll action surge, obviously.
Yep.
So I can get the most use out of this. Another attack.
First attack. Ooh, misses with a 13. Second attack. Hits with a 17. Nice. 4 daggers, and that is enough.
It's
The
not dead,
last of
though.
the daggers.
I'm saying because he's high, but he's throwing non-lethal stuff. So
Sure. Okay. Yep, you can. You can knock him out. So the next one, at the last second, you spin the blade, cracks him in the side of the head, and he collapses unconscious from the ground. Sounds good.
Pull the blade back. It goes off into the distance because I miss it with my hand and had to pull it back
Yeah.
again.
Oh!
It's safe in the distance.
Okay.
No movement. Yeah, I'll stay here, I guess.
The Barry, bloody hell! You knocked him out. Right.
What?
And he looks towards you and casts. What are we doing? We're going entangle against. 20 foot square. So let's go.
No, let's not go.
Let's not go. Countering that one.
Counter spell is a 3rd level spell,
Yep.
so
Done. So entangle is a level 1 spell, so that's fine. So tick off your 3rd level spell slot. And he looks down at his hands and. Bloody bitch.
Quinn thinks he did it. No.
Bloody bitch. Get her! As he
Counterspell.
yells towards his two brothers. Bisbo, your turn.
So do I still see these as mud
Yeah, well, it's a full LSD trip for the three of you.
Uh-huh.
You can
Okay.
imagine your worst nightmare and how you play it. It's up to you.
Oh, it's a bad trip.
Yeah, could we have rolled for good trip or bad trip?
Am I
These were
feeling
these were
this, or
bad
am I
trip
not
insects.
feeling
I'm
this?
sorry.
Okay.
That's what happened. When you eat an insect from a
You know what it
goblin's
is?
wacky
It's because
ear.
you have to eat insects in nature. You can't go where there's people around you. You got to do it in a chill place.
You need a
Like the
Sherpa
beach.
to guide you through the experience.
Yeah, so just go to the beach or go to like a friend's house, or you could just chill out in their living room. You know.
Well, you should have mentioned that before we had LSD toast.
Ultimate weapon!
Oh God! Here we go
Just
again.
fire it all over the tent. So yeah, I want to hit all three of those dudes.
Some random guy eating a corn dog in the back.
Yeah, it just gets foamed as well.
Yep. All right. Roll your ultimate weapon
Okay.
roll, please.
As they see me just load this, smoking, weird chemical round into a shoulder-mounted cannon. Yeah. Okay, so I have to kick. Oh yeah, save.
Oh,
Two
yeah, that's what I
fail.
like to see.
3 failures,
That's
baby.
what I like to see.
Yeah.
Okay. That was my action, and I don't have a bonus action I'm going to use. Can I actually just like pull Esmeralda back?
Yeah, sure. Yep, that's cool.
I just
Half
like my
movement.
little hand goes around her waist, and I'm just like, stay back, I got you. I'm just pulling her back with my gun out.
As the one tripped out guy tries to kind of, it's up to you, Esmeralda, if you want
Esmeralda
to.
will step back with him, but will just be like, "What the fuck?"
You're actually carrying Bisbo as you step back.
Yeah, I just floated. I'm just off the air. And then Godwin never rolled, but he's fine. Just to
He did not. My bad.
He just
Goblin
wanted to go
ended
up. He's just gonna go up and
rolling
be.
a 21 for initiative. So my bad.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
He's just
mate.
out checking things out. He's
Yeah.
just out checking things out. So that was it.
Ah, it's my turn.
My turn.
It is.
They're all restrained. There's a web, and they can't move, and they look like the boblin things, which I don't like. So none of those things I can do are good. Tisme is just gonna kind of panic and focus on a happy place in her head, and imagine the stars and constellations of Sarastra just surrounding her and blocking out all of the madness, and cast Spirit Guardians
Yeah.
to try to get rid of like the bad things aren't happening. Where's the button for concentration? Oh my goodness, every time I do this. Is that it? There we go. Okay, cool. 15-foot radius out, and
Sorry, 1 second. Let me get that up. I need to get that in a shortcut, don't I?
there we go. And she's just gonna step in front of. Step in front of Esmeralda.
15-foot radius. So we're talking.
Just mass. You're just shredding everyone in the fair.
Like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, it's only
Instead of
the
stuff
enemies,
spinning
right?
around.
It's only enemies, right? It's not.
Yeah, I can choose. I can designate like
Okay.
who it's enemies. Yeah.
That's an
all
aggressive
good.
template for this spell.
I like it even better than the description of the stars. I like to just think it's just a bunch of like these dudes with spears just marching around other people. That's way cooler. That's an action. I don't have a bonus action, and I moved 5 feet. That's it.
Awesome. Goblin, it's your turn.
Yeah, he's just going up. Like he's just looking out for anybody coming our way.
Okay. It's the brother's turn. So can you do the Spirit Guardians to Mudflick Brother 1, please?
God, it was that quick. Okay. One is this one.
He fails.
Ah, full
Is it a
damage,
dex
yay.
save?
It's a wisdom
This will
Oh,
save.
okay.
save.
Doing 6 points of damage.
I'll take it.
All right.
There it is.
Mm-hmm.
God bless.
He's going to use his action to try and get out of the web.
Sound
And
of Jesus
rolls
Christ.
a, god damn it, 6. That's his action. Bonus actions. What do I have?
Do you have anything you can get out of a web? Please
You have Misty Step. Do they have?
No, I don't have Misty Step. Right, I do not. Mudflick Brother 2 is going to try and get out of the web. These guys are strong. They've got high athletics and good strength. They should be able to do this.
Sure.
And roll a frickin' 9. Does not get out of web. Esmeralda. Oh, sorry. Can you do your damage to Mudflick 2, please? Fails the save. Wow.
Yeah.
Carving them up.
Ooh,
oh my god.
Wow.
Wow.
Jeez.
I'm not
I mean,
sure
I-
that can be non-lethal. I think
I think
you can
us on
maybe-
drugs.
That's probably a bit much, yeah. But
Probably, like,
she just
blows
has her eyes
mine.
closed. She's not even paying attention. She's
Probably
just
blows
like,
mine, maybe.
yeah. She's like curled up in a ball, just like,
Ah!
get away. Yeah.
Yeah, the spirit guard is just ripped this gnome to pieces. Esmeralda.
Esmeralda is going to grab Tisme and will just Tisme, you need to stop. Please stop. This is excessive.
They did say off with your head, because you're in the summer court. So don't
Right.
feel too bad.
I don't, but I also don't want to piss off the Birch Queen. Okay. And she is going to.
God.
You know what? No. She is going to turn to the struggling gnomes and will just. Enough of this. You remain where you are and kneel. And we're throwing a power word kneel out there.
Oh, nice.
Saving throws.
All right. So is it saving throws or is it I can't
It's a wisdom
remember
saving throw. So it automatically happens. The wisdom saving throw happens at the end of their turn. So it's within
Okay.
55 hit point creatures are affected.
So it's like
and
sleep.
starting with the lowest first, right?
Yeah.
10 left over. That gets them both. At the end. Oh no, they just kneel.
Yeah.
So they
just
kneel now, and at the end of their turn, they can repeat the save with a wisdom
Yep.
saving throw. All right, cool.
Esmeralda's sitting there in all her fake princess glory, just like, nope, kneel now.
With the mantle of roses flicking around you.
Oh, it's done. There's no roses.
That's right.
Oh, there isn't. That's gone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fuck that chainsaw guy.
The both gnomes. Well, they're restrained, so they're covered in the shit, and they kneel and drop to their knees. So they're restrained and prone now on the middle of the ground. Quinn, they've kneeled.
Sure. Blurry-eyed, high on scrubs. Can I make like a con save to see if I can piece together what's going on, or
No, not until the poison wears off, I'm afraid. It is coursing through your blood for a little while longer.
Okay. Then I will hold an attack action.
Mm-hmm.
If either one of them makes an aggressive act, yeah, I'm holding a stick. My actual knife is adhered to the wrist. It's like I'm not even holding the knife. I don't think. I'm holding like a rock or something, and I will turn and give the lieutenant, who's probably not even there anymore, some more of my opinions. But I'll hold an attack action if I see an aggressive act or perceive an aggressive act behind me. I will release an attack on that person.
Kneeling down, the gnome leader, Mudflick. Oh, bloody nobles. All right. Enough. Fuck at this. And he goes
starts to fade from view. I'm not sure if you've got a spell slot left for a counter spell. He's going to cast invisibility.
Yeah, he can go.
I mean, he can be invisible. He's not going anywhere unless he gets out of the web. So we just see a bunch of,
He's still restrained.
Just a bunch of web
He's still
moving.
restrained. Yeah, that's right. And now he'll do his wisdom saving throw to try and get out of the spell. Yeah.
So is it he had to also do the wisdom saving throw or the strength? I don't think he can do either.
No, the web is an action to get out of. So
the web's an action. So he's gone invisible. He's still in the web. You can still see the web struggling.
We
This
know
is
where he
where he
is.
can get up.
This is not good for our high, Bisbo and Tismay. You see the web
And he rolls a
moving
16 for the save. What's your spell DC?
I believe it's a 16. What the heck is it? Where do they list the spell save?
it's 8 plus your modifier plus your proficiency bonus. So.
Or just hover over one of the dice that has a saving throw on it will
I
help.
think yours 14, isn't it? Wouldn't it be 14 for you?
14. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is 14. All right. So he's invisible. That he's
He's
not
stuck.
prone invisible. There you go. Bisbo, you see the web starting to shimmer and move around.
Evil hand magic! I shoot him.
Sure. Okay.
And all the advantages and disadvantages cancel each other out.
Yep. So it's just a straight roll. That's
Just a
it.
straight roll.
all the advantages and disadvantages.
Oh, the one advantage and then all the disadvantages.
Oh, sorry. One thing I didn't do, Tismay, you need to blend that guy before he goes invisible.
Oh, is he still in range?
God,
Yeah.
yes.
I can't drag it on top. Is he still like there for me to drag the thing on top
Oh,
of him?
hang on a minute. Yeah, I'll peek him out. There he is.
Okay, I wasn't sure if he was in range at that location or not. Here.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Oh no.
Fails his save.
Oh gosh, he failed too. Okay, it's a bad roll. There we go.
5 points of damage.
That is
Oh,
not
hang on. Let me cast his invisibility back on him, because obviously
Oh,
that happened
sorry.
before he went invisible. Yeah, cool. All right, done.
Okay.
Awesome. And bye. He disappears. All right, Bisbo, taking a shot at the guy that's invisible.
What's rolling disadvantage because the web got rid of it. So I don't know if it was the 8 or the 20 that would have worked there.
Just roll again for me, please. I didn't have
Okay.
it targeted, so let's go differently.
Oh, okay. So just roll it again.
Yep.
Again, it's rolling
What the hell?
disadvantage.
What the hell? Roll one. Hang on, I need to web him. Sorry, guys.
Keep up with your status effects.
Yeah.
Just all over the place.
I'd also like to spike growth the area.
Oh, God.
Just, you know.
What I love is like, yeah, okay, I'll just go through Bisbo's spell list and reapply web, and then you actually get to Bisbo's spell
Yeah,
list, and it's
that
like,
is rewritten.
what? Auto Turtle Defendo? What? Arcana Conflaborator? What? It's like, where the hell's web, dude?
Hey, I bracketed the name of the spells. I can do it for you. Do you want me to
Where is
put it on him?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Okay, there we go. Now let's roll to attack.
Okay.
There we go. Hooray! We're right back. And a 24 will hit.
Oh my god.
That's 13 points of damage. Let me do my saving throw for Con to see if he maintains concentration on invisibility. And he doesn't, and is no longer invisible. Wow.
Does he take damage too, right? I mean,
Yeah, he did.
okay.
Done.
We're doing great, guys.
Invisible.
We're doing real good. You know, we're just making
I,
friends.
nothing has happened yet to give Bisbo any other idea this is not attack from the whatever they
That's
call
right.
the boglin. So
You're right.
Tismay,
When you're right, you're right.
you see in front of you this poor guy is kneeling, restrained, as the guardians whip around.
I mean, if Esmeralda was like at my shoulder, like kind of shaking me, saying to drop it, I assume that would break through. I don't know if I can focus on her enough to hear that, and she's telling me to drop it, then I'll drop concentration on Spirit
Sure.
Guardians.
Done. Spirit guardians go away.
Unless like she also looks like a boblin, in which case we can with
No.
it. But
That's okay.
okay.
No comment.
Someone's kneeling. Someone is not kneeling.
Is the unconscious guy taking spirit guardian damage in there? Is he just dead?
No, I'll say he hasn't. That's fine. He's
Okay.
ducked down below.
He's not an enemy, maybe.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But are they drowning in foam? That's what I want to know. I mean,
Yes.
they are deep in that foam.
It's the
No air in
silly
there.
string foam pit of horror. Yeah.
There's no air in
This
there.
is like a really bad trip to Cabo, guys.
Yeah, I guess if Esmeralda seems to be like in her kind of commanding state and they're kneeling, I guess I've seen that before, so I'll wait. She'll kind of just kind of nervous, panicked, like look around and I guess hold in action, waiting for Esmeralda to do something.
I mean, Esmeralda must know that we are high, right? At this point,
Oh,
like-
she's trying to get you the fuck out of here.
Okay.
I figured
Three
Tismay
of you
learned by
go
now to more or
batshit
less
all at
listen to
once?
Esmeralda.
That doesn't.
Oh,
take
all right.
fucking-
We give up. Bloody hell. He drew a gun. What are we supposed to do? He pointed a gun right at my head.
Esmeralda will then respond with, "And I told you, he's not himself."
But he killed Barry.
You told you told this man right here to take my head.
But all right, we give up. Oh, I'm not going to argue. All right. Oh, Joe, can you let us out of here?
Just give him a potion,
Esmeralda
man.
will.
Just give him a little potion.
Oh, I can do
Esmeralda.
that.
Esmeralda will
There's
just.
a bit of him over on that tent. How am I supposed to give him a potion?
Well, give him both pieces of a potion, man.
I can heal him. No, I can't.
Esmeralda will
Never
just.
mind.
We're not
Dead.
going to heal. She's gonna like gently place her hands on either, like both of Tismay's shoulders, and you're not going to waste your energy healing that. We're going to go back to our tent, to where it's safe and calm. And then she's gonna turn to Biz. She's gonna kind of look over her shoulder to where Bizzo is, and Bizbo.
I will end your whole line, motherfuckers! What?
Yes, you're safe. You're safe. Esmeralda starts using the druid craft from the bracelet to cast off a smell of lavender, and just calm, serene. We're going to go back to our tent.
Bizbo does not like lavender. So
What?
It's not gonna
It's one of my enemies! The bond
Yeah.
beasts!
Is Bizbo's gun magical?
Yes.
Okay.
Let's
It's not
go
mechanical.
a Constitution saving throw, guys. And sorry about this. I just have to take 1 minute just while you guys do that.
Okay.
Won't be back. I'll be back in 1 minute.
Constitution saving throw. This is
All right,
gonna
come
go
on,
off.
come on.
Come on, guys,
No
please help
Gonna
me.
be
Jesus
great.
Christ!
Oh, I rolled well.
There we go.
Only me.
Okay,
Holy
the
crap.
person who can help me rolled well, and that's
And with a
all I
plus 4
need.
to Constitution, that's so upsetting.
Yeah, I could add another 4 to that, but that would only be a 10.
Yeah. Not the flash of genius thing.
Yeah. I don't know if a 10 would be... I feel like a 10 would be too low.
Probably 11. It's like the minimum.
Like, or 12, yeah, like 11 or 12, yeah.
Well, I guess we've learned your lesson not to eat bugs.
Two of us
from
haven't
the-
learned anything yet.
That's true. That's fair. I mean, Tismay still might do it
Hi
again.
guys,
so,
sorry to do this. This craziness is going on in our street. My
God.
daughter on the way home has just found a lost toddler in the middle of the street.
Oh!
So which is weird. So I'm going to say goodbye. Sorry, folks.
Sure.
We're going to end their stream here in a very strange way. There is a toddler, not in a cage, but on my street. I'm going to go help my kids go and help a kid. So sorry, everyone. We'll see you all next week.
All
All right, bye.
Bye-bye.
Go help the baby.
Reroll those con saves.